Are you in a situationship with a dismissive avoidant? It drives you nuts, right? Why can't they call it for what it is? Well, that's because all relationships for them in the past ended badly. So if it doesn't start, it can't end. See, if they leave the bullet in the chamber without pulling the trigger, then they could always choose it if they want, but as soon as they do, then that ticking time bomb to Armageddon is started. And that feeling of immense doom that eventually that this wonderful relationship they have with you, they've just basically killed it by calling it out for being something that they know in the past means the end, even before they've started it. So before you've established the reality for them that you're not going to be the threat they're perceiving, if you're pushing for a defined relationship with them, they're simply going to say no. Why would they want to define a relationship with you if it means that they're going to lose you? That's what their nervous system's telling you. So how then do we communicate to an avoidant and say, it's not enough for me. I need a defined relationship. First, you have to prove to them that you're not going to be those things. It's an investment. It's up to you if you want to remain in a relationship with that continual instability, with that undefined nature. You don't know what's going to happen next. Well, that's your challenge potentially, because usually the anxiously attached needs to know what's happening next. It's that pathway to safety in every potential outcome that we feel very unsafe in. Maybe that's an opportunity for you to observe that what happens next doesn't need to be known. Let it be, instead of a traumatic trigger, an adventure. Everything that happens next happens to us for a reason. Let it. That's your challenge. So their challenge is to understand that eventually they do need to start to define things. And our challenge is to allow it to happen at a pace that they're comfortable with, so it's sustainable. To learn how to communicate to a DA and say, this is my expectation, in a way that helps them feel safe. I need a defined relationship, but hey, it's going to take time, and I get that. Now, there are subtleties to communicating with a DA that don't seem to be natural for an anxious. And this is what I teach: expectation without dependency, how to communicate non-confrontationally. It's all very subtle, but it's doable. And if you want to learn how to do that, let me know. We'll have a conversation.